On April 29th at 4:56 in the morning, there are reports that an asteroid measuring between 1.1 and 2.5 miles in diameter will come within 3.9 million miles of Earth. Is this a doomsday scenario or nothing to worry about? We're going to go to an expert. Let's bring in the chief astronomer with the Franklin Institute, Derek Pitts. Derek, welcome to Chasing News. How are you?
Thanks for having me, Bill. Great to be here.
All right, so 3.9 million miles in space terms, I imagine that's pretty close.
You know, you could count it as close in one sense, but there's another way we can think of it. So let's do it like this. Let's do it in terms of how many times that's the distance from the Earth to the Moon. As it turns out, that's 16 times farther away than the Moon is from Earth. So while it's not as far away as Pluto, it's not as close as the Moon either.
So let me ask you, I mean, things are hitting the Earth all the time, right? When's the last time something big hit the Earth that it was something that people should be concerned about?
Well, the last time there was something that really impacted Earth was 50,000 years ago. This is a really major object that struck the Earth 50,000 years ago that created the big meteor crater that's out at Meteor Crater, Arizona. That's a pretty big one. Now, just a couple of years ago, there was the meteor that fell down into the Earth's atmosphere over Chelyabinsk, Russia, and that causes a huge furor because it shattered windows for miles around, and actually a small piece of it was found in a nearby lake, but it exploded in the atmosphere above the ground.
So that 50,000 years, are we due?
Not really, because what's happened over the years that the Earth has been here is that all the planets of the solar system, particularly Jupiter, have been sweeping up a lot of the material that has been left over from the beginning of the solar system that earlier in the Earth's history did cause a lot of impacts and problems for the planets. This is long before life came up on the planet, and some afterwards, as we know from what happened to the dinosaurs some 65 million years ago. But in essence, there isn't anything on anybody's radar, that's NASA or any of the other space agencies that are tracking these objects, that are due to make any, shall we say, close encounters to Earth for at least the next 100 years.
So keep your plans for this summer. We're going to be just fine. Thanks, Derek.
We can always look for smaller things, Bill, but nothing that we have to worry about.
Thanks, Derek. Great to talk to you.
My pleasure, Bill. Thanks for having me.